What it do, everybody? It's your boy Johnny B. We on JBTV. We got a very special guest in the building, man. We got a real professional. Y'all know on the hooping scene in Milltown, man. I got my boy Freddie Woods in the building. What's going on with you?
Not much, man. Appreciate you having me, bro.
Man, for sure. First off, before we get into your story, you know, we in the mill, so you just heard the news with the coaching, you know what I'm saying? I want to get some other questions. You know, just, you know, how do you feel about the coaching change? I know it happened a lot in the NBA.
It was
that's something really regular. So, like, just what's your opinion on?
That shit, what just abrupt. It was I mean, we all seen that dude really wasn't vibing with him out the gate. It was kind of forced. There wasn't too many options last off season, so they kind of put themselves in a weird situation.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah. And too, like, all right, so as a player, you know what I'm saying, just in general, with a coaching change like that, is that hard to, you know what I'm saying, adjust because, you know, you building other relationships with, you know, other coaches? Is that a big adjustment for players, you think?
For me personally, it wasn't never, it didn't matter who coached me. As long as he, you know what I'm saying, gave me a chance, gave me my minutes, you know what I'm saying, it was fair. Mm-hmm. You know, that's all you can ask, because to me, as a player, it's your job to go out there, especially if, like, you're a star player or something, like a Giannis, a Dame, like, they know what they're supposed to do. They, you know, this ain't new. Like, they've been doing this shit forever, man. That's why they getting paid. That's why they got the shoes, yada, yada. So as far as defense and offense, you know, all that stuff, like, that's on you in my eyes, you know what I'm saying?
I feel that.
Schematics, that's coach, but players.
And too, like you said, they professionals too, and this professional at the highest level. Yep. So you just going to have to adjust quickly, basically. Thanks. Yeah, I feel that. So, all right, we're going to get into your story a little bit. You from Milwaukee? Was you born here?
Born and raised.
Tell me, you know, just give me a little bit of your upbringing, a little background, just off the court, just how it was for you.
Oh, it was a good upbringing. YMCA, and everybody at the parks and the leagues. I started off, I was playing soccer. That was my first sport. Mm-hmm. It was kind of a late bloomer with basketball. Didn't really even get good till high school.
Oh, okay.
I was tall. I mean, I was okay, you know what I'm saying, but I wasn't like good, like, you know, I didn't stick out or nothing like that. But yeah, good, no complaints about the upbringing, you know what I'm saying. Lived all the way on 118th to been living on Walnut for quite some time, you know what I'm saying. So
okay,
all over, you know what I'm saying.
So do you feel like I was gonna ask you that too? Was basketball your first love? So you started off at soccer, but was you always watching basketball?
Yeah, I always did, but like, you know, I know I wasn't that good because you can see, you know what I'm saying, there's other kids, and like, you go play just because, you know what I'm saying, you're a black kid maybe on a suburban team, like, I wasn't cooking, you know what I'm saying, they wasn't looking for me, so, you know, it just made you work harder, and, you know what I'm saying, that's all.
Most definitely. So when do you feel like what was your first start to, like, organized basketball? Was it in middle school?
Probably elementary.
Oh, okay.
Elementary, early middle school, probably like, I think it was some, I used to be in PAL. My dad was a police officer, so I was in PAL all growing up, you know what I'm saying, doing that. Then there was something called like TBL or something way back in the day. It was on like Tulsa Basketball League for kids. I went to Tulsa Elementary School, so yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you went there for middle school as well?
Middle school, I went to Milwaukee Academy of Science, then I went to St. Sebastian's.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, all right, you know, you were one of the taller players out here. Did you always have that height growing up?
Yeah, I was always one of the taller guys in class and stuff like that. Yeah.
So do you feel like, especially in Milwaukee, do you feel like you got through right into the post right away?
Oh, for sure. Definitely, you know, that's just how I go for the most part, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's not like it's Atlanta 7-footers, you know? So,
yeah, most definitely. So, but do you feel like that sort of like hold back you know what I'm saying, a taller player, especially at a young age, maybe they might be tall and then they don't end up to being like a 6'2", even a 6'6" at center. Like, do you feel like, you know, in that Pee Wee League, they should learn every kind of position?
Oh, yeah, no, I believe in being a well-rounded player. I don't know if it's up to the kid. There's so much going on. Like, when we was growing up, like, I was a big man, but shit, that the And One mixtapes and shit, you know, niggas are trying to do that shit even though you big as hell. Like the Nike commercials was popping back then, you know what I'm saying? Niggas try to do all that crazy, you know. So, you know, it's up to you to try to explore, you know, if you really want it. But, you know, like, you're gonna mimic your favorite players and what you see, what you think is cool and shit. So
yeah, facts.
If you see if it's good or not, you know what I'm saying? If you make it, and then it's the reaction of your peers.
I feel that. So at the end of the day, that's still up to the player too. You know what I'm saying? Just developing your skills.
Player, and that's when coaching plays a big
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Major role.
Yeah,
for sure.
because I know most definitely in coaching, especially at, you know, a younger age, middle school and stuff like that, a lot of the bigger guys, they automatically getting thrown into, you know, a center or a post position, you know what I'm saying? That might not, it'd be hard for them to develop their game all the way, just on the perimeter side.
Oh, no, for sure. So. No, yeah, it's especially our era, you know what I'm saying? That was like,
Yeah,
I remember being a freshman at Riverside, we couldn't even shoot threes. You know what I'm saying? We had coaches like that. So now they let them do everything, you know, Steph Curry, you know what I'm saying? Kevin Durant's, Wemby's, you know what I'm saying? So,
facts.
Like, it's way more open nowadays, I would say.
So, okay, you do middle school. You said you know, still developing your game. What made you go to Riverside? Like, how did that come about?
I didn't want to, I wanted to go to public school. So I just was like, I did Riverside or King, and then I just didn't want to be in no more suburban school. I wanted to, you know, come to the city, you know what I'm saying, to hoop and mainly for basketball, you know what I'm saying. From AAU, you know, playing, you know, riding the bench, you know, you got homies and stuff, they say stuff. But I didn't know anybody at Riverside, you know, a guy from my neighborhood, Earl. That was really it, going there and then just leap of faith.
So you ain't really, before going into Riverside, you didn't really know like the program backstory to it?
Nothing. I just went. I didn't know. I just signed up. It was, you know, back then Riverside and King was the two best. You take a test. I was on the waiting list for King. Got into Riverside. Like, I'm going to Riverside.
Yeah.
My mom went to King. But, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And too, so you was coming from the Tulsa background?
Just for the middle school. I didn't live in Tulsa. I always lived in Milwaukee, but it was like a Chapter 220 program or something back then, I think.
I can relate to that because that was sort of the same with me. I was coming from Whiteford Bay middle school. I was in Chapter 220, always stayed in Milwaukee. But, you know, and I love that program. That's why they had a great program. I sort of grew up in that program, but I did always want to go there. That's why I went to MTS.
Yeah, it's like, why not?
Because, I had to see what's going on.
The events you go to that's popping, everyone go to those schools, you know what I'm saying? Everybody know each other, you know, from middle school, elementary up. Like,
facts. Yeah, so I feel you on that. So, all right, it's your freshman year. Just a little bit, tell me about, like, you know what I'm saying, the atmosphere around that time. It's O2, Riverside, like, you know what I'm saying? What's some of the names that you're looking at that you want to, you know, compete against? Like, what's going on around that time?
Shit, I mean, it wasn't really no competing right there. I'm just watching, learning history, learning Riverside. What it was, Draylon before I came, Big L, Lil Bob, I think Chaz, of course, Ricky, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I'm sure it's way more, you know what I'm saying? You know, than the ones that I could remember, or guys that I met for sure, you know.
Yeah, facts.
For being there.
Yeah, and especially around that time, I know first person that caught me out my eye at Riverside was Ricky Franklin. That was one of the first names I heard about. So I know around that time, just, you know, in general, just all around the city, it was going down.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Was running shit. It was just, to have somebody like that, you know what I'm saying, that you can watch and see how he move and shit, like that shit was priceless, bro, because he was next. And then from him to go to Riverside and then hit the D1 right up the street, like, that's storybook, like, you know what I'm saying? Nigga couldn't wrote that better. Like, I would have loved some shit like that. So that was definitely giving niggas something to strive for sure. Yeah,
that was good. Yeah, hell yeah. So, and too, so you had to build your name up through the ranks. You feel like at Riverside, you had to go through freshman. You played JV.
Played JV for the half of the year. Got moved up a couple games before playoffs, and then had a good game in playoffs, and it ain't looked back since. You know?
Good. Okay, that was your sophomore year.
Sophomore year. Yeah.
Sophomore. Okay. So going into your junior year, tell me what's that looking like, just as a team, individually. What was some of the goals that you had? Because, like, now you feel like you're starting to really get a chance, or? I
was confident from that last playoff game. We played Marshall. Okay. And that's when Mike Taylor was there. We played him at Marshall on the road, and I had like 12 or 13 off the bench, you know.
Yeah, that's decent.
That was, as a sophomore, you know what I'm saying, and only played like 3 games on VAR so far, and then it just gave me confidence for next year. I'm like, all right, it's going to be easier, you know what I'm saying, put the work in, play in all the leagues, AU, you know what I'm saying, and yeah, but junior year, it was like, you know, it was Rick last year. We got to do it. We got to go out here and try to, you know, send them off with a bang. You know what I'm saying, and try to go as far as we can. You know, we never got that many recruits. You know what I'm saying. You know, but we had some young guys that were good, and We did some good stuff. We beat King at King, and you know what I'm saying. And we had fun. Man. Lost to Pius, I think, D'Angelo Jackson.
Oh yeah, I remember
in the playoffs. Somewhere on the road, but yeah, it was decent. That was the highlight year for sure, because it really didn't keep going up after that. It kind of
I feel I feel that. Yeah, so all right, and so I want to stick on junior year a little bit. You know, so you really developing your game, like you said. It's Ricky last year.
Yeah.
So you know the team sort of hype. Do you remember? Well, you spoke on some, but do you feel like do you have any individual highlighted games or not even individual, but just a big game that year that, you know what I'm saying, you'll never forget about?
I mean, no, it's for sure. I mean, you know, MPS, Riverside King, right? That's the game, damn near out of them all. I mean, it's some other ones, you know what I'm saying? Vincent Washington, you know, stuff like that, you know, like some other Bayview Tech. But
and King, they won state that year, right? Was that the same year? I believe 06.
They had just won that tier with Dupree before that, and then, then this was like Laniel, Big Mitchell.
Oh yeah,
Corey might have been a freshman or something.
Oh yeah, that's a lit
Troy
team
Cotton.
Too. Okay.
You know, I'm missing Louis.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They had some dogs. They was cold. I think they played LeBron old school like that for preseason or something like that. But
yeah, that's beastie. And I do remember that team. That team was.
They was
I don't think they won state, but they was just.
They always got close.
Yeah,
you know
most definitely. They was eligible up there. So already going into your senior year, like you said, as a team, y'all season wasn't. You know, you ain't really had the best year. But individually, you got first team all conference. You know what I'm saying? That's a big accomplishment. How was you feeling about yourself around that time? I know you ain't had the best team accomplishment, but
I was happy for the individual accolade. You know what I'm saying? But of course, you want to continue play. But yeah, I mean, at the time, I didn't understand. You know what I'm saying? The significance probably of that, because that list got some killers on there. You know what I'm saying?
Some killers.
NBA time. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like that was a pretty big milestone. You know what I'm saying? My career at that point for sure. To be with those guys and be acknowledged, and then playing the all-star game, all-state at Madison, that was cool. So.
Most definitely. And too, like your senior year, you showed a lot of versatility, averaging a double-double. That's real big. So like, getting ready for college. First off, what was that process like for you? Was you getting any looks after that? You know what I'm saying? After having a
stressful. That was a stressful moment.
Yeah.
Suitors coming in and then pulling back, and yada yada. This at the time where they'd call you a tweener.
Okay.
You don't got no true position before it is like it is now. Like, so it was just you could have knocked me back a couple more years, nigga, would have been perfect for real. But everything happened for a reason, and but it definitely was stressful. I did, because of that, I did junior college route. Went to Williston State in North Dakota. Curtis Mitchell went there with me from Juneau.
Okay.
He was a point guard. We played against each other a lot since middle school, and we had a good time out there, man. Kurt was floor general, you know what I'm saying? There's All-American out there, did his thing. I did my thing too. It was fun. I think it was both needed, especially being in Milwaukee City Conference. Go out there to get you acclimated to college, and then just kind of cut off from the world. North Dakota was different, you know what I'm saying? But I appreciate my time there for sure.
Most definitely. Yeah. And too, now it's totally different, because back then you sort of had to, just, I say in a way, get it to where coaches, come to you or try to put your name out there, but it's really not a lot of video.
Yeah.
We don't got the internet like we got now, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And too, it's funny that you brought up a tweener. That was heavy in basketball and scouts, and they was using that a lot. You rarely even see that nowadays.
Kind of go to your first question was in the post, because it was like, you're this position, this is what you do, that's it type shit, you know what I'm saying? Some people.
Facts. Yeah, no, that's how it was. It most definitely was like that. Like, they almost wouldn't pick you up at a certain position just because you might be a couple inches shorter, or a little
risk.
Yeah, most definitely. It was
like a high risk player or something. It was stupid, but it was different times.
So do you feel like it's sort of crazy for coaches now to adjust to how it is, actually just seeing a player and using him to his best ability instead of just
Nah,
locking him down.
That's smart. That's how it always should be. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should go on the skill level because just because he's small, maybe he ain't got a good handle. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he can't shoot. You know what I'm saying? You gotta plug the players where they can flourish. You know what I'm saying? To me, that's coaching. You know, so yeah.
Facts. Okay, so all right, you brought up you went JUCO. Tell me now. You was in North Dakota. Tell me about that adjustment a little bit, and like, was it, you know what I'm saying? Was it a major adjustment you had to make there? I know you never thought about being in North Dakota before you went there.
It wasn't like a major because it was like they got a brand new gym. Like everything was nice and shit. You know what I'm saying? It just it wasn't nothing to do. It was just this is a Walmart. You know what I'm saying? The Walmart was the mall. So hey, Walmart, that's your fun. You know, like that was it. It was just. Nothing, it wasn't nothing to do, man. A lot of oil rigs out there, like Halliburton Oil was out there back then. I think it might still. I'm sure it's still there now. A lot of farms, like reservations and stuff like that, like just different. You know?
Yeah. So, well, it basically just gave you time to lock in on your craft, basically, then. And that's what most JUCOs do.
Yeah, I mean, you know, still college, but you know, for sure, we was definitely more forced you to go to the gym a little bit more with absolutely nothing to do. Like, and the town's so small, they're telling they'll call coach, it'll be, you know, 5 seconds. So, like, it was small.
Oh, yeah, I feel that. So, too, all right, going the JUCO route, you know, you want to win as a team, but still at the end of the day, you trying to, you know, put yourself out there and get recruited, you know, showcase your skills. How is that? You know what I'm saying? With you going JUCO, how, you know what I'm saying? I know you want to win as a team, but you most definitely got to get your individual self out there. So how do you work the two, you feel like? And especially with everybody else on your team want to do the same thing.
I never even looked at it like that because, like, I was always happy for anybody that got something cool. You know, like, with Kirk getting his offers and, you know, a couple other guys getting offers, you know, I would wonder, like, wow, I get mine. But I know that ain't got nothing to do with them. Like, that's on me, you know what I'm saying? And maybe how someone viewed me, like, you know, I had mishaps, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't a flawless player, so, you know what I'm saying? I understood that. I never was like, oh, man, this should have been me. Like, no, like, I'm just going to try to work harder. Like, it's early, you know, niggas young. Like, we gonna adapt. That's what we do, you know what I'm saying? Got to figure that shit out. So.
What do you feel like on the court, the biggest adjustment? So, because you in college now, from high school ball to college, what would you know, for the younger players, what do you feel like they need to get ready for most? You know, adjusting from that game to the college game.
I mean, obviously, get some more physical and just you got to be disciplined. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't listen to the coach, he ain't gonna play you. He don't got to play you. You know what I'm saying? Like he really paying you your scholarship. You know what I'm saying? So he feel like you got to do what he say. So like it's not like high school and all this just because you the star. Like no, they'll treat you. I mean, and I've had run-ins with all type of coaches. You know what I'm saying? Good and bad. But so it's just. It's up to you. Yeah,
and you're right on that. A coach can, like, you don't want to put it all on the coach, but the coach can change your whole career around at times. You know what I'm saying? So it's very important. And just because maybe you might not even be the right fit, but
fit is big.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, fit is big. Yeah. It's real big. So I understand that perfectly. So, all right, you out of JUCO now, you going down to Tampa, going all the way to Florida. So you hitting the whole country, you know what I'm saying?
I had to get up out of there. I had to get to the beach.
Yeah, get to the beach. So how that life, and how did Tampa come about?
And I had 2 Florida schools, and after being in North Dakota for 2 years, I'm like, I'm going to Florida, man. And it was between them two. It was like St. Augustine, and then it was Tampa.
Okay. Yeah. Was that the same conference type?
Nah, it was a different conference. One was a little more north. I think it was St. Augustine might have been like, it was more north, like towards Jacksonville-ish, between Jacksonville, Orlando, or something like that, or Fort Lauderdale, I forget. But then when you go to Tampa like a baby Miami. I'm like, oh shit, Clearwater Beach here, St. Pete right here, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Tampa Lightning. Like, oh, this shit crazy. Hell yeah, we here. Like,
I bet
it's small, so like it was cool. Yeah.
That's what's up. Okay. So all right, you come in your first season there. Your first 8 games you put up a double-double. Or not the first 8 games, but in the whole season you have double-doubles. There's one big game you put up, let me check real quick. You put up 37 points, 18 rebounds, 7 blocks. That's ridiculous, you know what I'm saying? So just real quick, tell me a little bit just how that day, do you feel like that was your best game ever you played?
Nah, not ever. It was one of my best college games for sure.
Best college games for sure.
One of my better college games, but not the best ever. But it was just flowing. I mean, I'm playing in the post too, so like this is all no 3-pointers. I probably attempted 2 3-pointers my whole college career. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But and you seen in Riverside, I was chucking that motherfucker.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just in the flow. They was fine to me. They was fine to me. I was finishing free throws. Defense always was like that was always came easy. I usually never had bad defensive games. You know what I'm saying? I played pretty solid on guys, but 7 blocks was good. I had more blocks than that many times, but in college that was yeah, it was good.
Yeah. So you always prided yourself on just being more versatile.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Because I wasn't a known name, so I feel like defense like. All right, I lock a nigga up, they gon' fuck with me. Like, they gon' bring, you know what I'm saying? I get you 3-4 blocks a game. Who don't want a nigga like that on the team? Get some rebounds, get a couple dunks. Like, that's just how it started. And then I just, once you gain people trust and you gain confidence, you explore other stuff,
Most definitely. And too, like, I know it's important now, like, especially with the youth, they want to, get their name out there and stuff, but it's real important to star in your role always, you know what I'm saying? And that's where you have, like, breakout games like that. That's beastie, and that show all your skills in every area. I love games like that, so I had to put that out there. So, all right, how do you feel like your junior year went? How did, as a team, how did that go?
Well, at Tampa, I only played half a season both years. I played half a season. Me and the coach got into it. I quit. And I stayed enrolled at the school. The next year, I just did strictly studies. Did intramurals. Won intramural athlete of the year. Played like every sport. Won that shit.
Yeah.
And then, I transferred to HBCU down in where was I in South Carolina. So I drove there. Man, they had a nigga waiting in lunch line to sign up for classes, man. I just came from Tampa. The computer, like, it take you 3 seconds to sign up for your class. I'm talking about this line was so long, bro. This shit was crazy. Like, man, I drove right back down to Florida. Had to sit out, but because I transferred, I had to sit out the first half of the year.
Okay.
I couldn't play till like after Christmas break. And then, so I really only played a year, and I was there for 3 years.
Okay, I was gonna ask you too because I know I saw that your last season you played 17 games.
Yeah.
I was wondering if that came from like an injury or
no, that was just
like that.
From transferring and coming back, and then like I said, I only played probably 12 or something that first year, and then sat out, transferred. Yeah, so it was weird situation.
Was it the same coach you had to go back and deal with?
It was the same guy. He didn't want me to go. He just was a dickhead.
Oh, okay.
Like, me and him cool. That's the homie, but we was just butting heads, and some little Milwaukee came on me a few times and said stuff I shouldn't have said.
Yeah, no, that's real. That's real. Trust me, I done been through that situation several times as well, so I know exactly how that is. So, all right, you end up, after you go back to Tampa, you graduate from Tampa, right?
I'm short like 12 credits. An internship in like 6, so no.
Okay.
Technically no, but I'm close. Just put it like that.
Yeah, I feel you. So what do you feel, what was the next step, and how did, going overseas get on your radar?
Tampa got a great program, a good hoop scene there, man. Like, they embraced me from day one. I was going to the pro-am, playing against Maurice Bates, Jared Jeffries, like a lot of pro guys. A USF played against a dude that's in China. I can't think of his name right now. Dominique Jones.
Okay.
He went to USF and played with the Mavericks. A lot of guys there. They invited me to run to Ronaldo Balkman. You know what I'm saying? A lot of homies out there. Henson, who ended up coming to play for the Bucks, he from Tampa, so I knew him before. You know what I'm saying? Like, just a lot of guys there, and they're a nice group. You know what I'm saying? And they had me. They took me in, invited me to all the open runs and all that stuff. I got MVP of one of the pro-ams real early. Once I did that against them niggas, I was like, I can go to the league right now. I was gassed up. But these guys are saying it too, like, just wait your turn. Like Rashai Anderson with the UConn, won championship. Like a lot of guys, like great pros out there, all had good overseas and NBA contracts. Careers. And that really gave me the most confidence. Once I knew I can compete with those guys, I was like, it's gonna be straight.
Sure, yeah, that would boost my confidence even seeing those type of players on the floor and me being on there. So if you out there, you belong to be out there.
Facts.
Most definitely. So, all right, so where do you feel like, where did your first call come from, like going overseas? Where was the first country you went to?
The first one was, well, the first thing I did a G League, G League.
Yeah, D-League, G-League.
It was D-League back then. It was the D-League national trial in Kentucky.
Okay, yeah, let's talk about that.
I went up there. That was like a weekend event. I killed that shit. I ain't gonna lie. I signed like a C-level contract, but I was waiting for the draft, and then I got a call to go to Algeria from my homies from college. He played on the national team in Algeria, and I had a team out there, and it was for more money. Looking back, I probably should have did the D-League thing because, you know what I'm saying, like, could have probably caught that little NBA wave because I never had an agent. I did it all on my own. So, that probably would have helped. But I went to Algeria. I was like, fuck it, let's go to Africa. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Got to go to Africa. It was a Muslim country, and it was cool. I went there, killed that shit, broke some records out there, beat some teams that ain't never been beaten 25 years, shit like that. I left my mark. But I had to get up out of there on some money stuff. They was trying to, it was fucking with the paper, bro. My paper, and I met another contact from there, and shit, I jumped to Oman, another Middle Eastern country. The second half of the season, turned up there, got second place. Got to go to the GCC, a big golf Arab Cup down in Bahrain. Like near Dubai and Qatar and all that stuff, and that was a good experience too. So that was, first year was great, man. That was probably the craziest because I jumped into situations and had success in both of them. So that was fun. Did you
run into any like crazy atmospheres out there?
Oh yeah, yeah. I had all type of shit. I didn't got beat up, not like beat up literally, but like I know the refs not fucking. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm talking cash shit. You know what I'm saying? Like how you see at the Euro Cup with soccer and shit, like fireworks in the stadium. Exactly. I had niggas throw M80s at my shoe. It melted my shoe on the court. Like some KDs I had back in the day. Like motherfucking M80 went off my ankle. I'm lucky I lifted up. Listen, it was like a little indent in that bitch, like melted.
Damn.
And we cooked the niggas too. We beat them, so that was cracking. But them niggas just smoked cigarettes in the stadiums and shit. Like it used to be crazy. Like
that's crazy.
It was fun though. It was a good. It was good, man. It was good. Built some character. Built some good character, man. To, and to live like them and just see the culture, man. That was a blessing too. Just to, see that shit.
That's something I always see, like, just randomly from some overseas places, like just their atmosphere and how lit they be, and just situations like that where teams done had to got out that jam a couple of times. You know what I'm saying? So I know, like they super die hard for their sports over there. Yeah,
everywhere I've been, it's been like that somewhere where you gotta, like, damn, I don't know if we're gonna make it out of here.
That's real. That's real, for real. That's crazy. So all right, off the court wise, like, your first experience in Nigeria, just how was it? Could you adjust, like, with the people? Was you able to communicate with the people, or was it more like an individual? You got a solo, or you just with the team?
I had because my guy from college, he was cool. He was from Ohio. He spoke English. He was with me most of the time, but they spoke French and then they spoke Arabic there. So it was a language barrier. The coach didn't speak English. None of the players really did. Maybe like 3 of them did. I would just go to it was a shisha bar and this tea shop. I'd just be there for the Wi-Fi and drinking tea, smoking shisha on the phone, and then hooping. That's all. That's all a nigga was doing. Like, that literally couldn't drink women covered, didn't see no women. Yeah, it was crazy.
That's what made me nervous anyway. You know what I'm saying? But
the niggas did not bring their wives to the game. Like, it's just angry niggas in the stands just yelling, like, smoking cigarettes. Yeah, that shit was crazy.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's real. Hey, but that seemed like the real overseas experience. That's what I be seeing. You know what I'm saying?
Gig, like,
and that's what I think of every time. Like, just crazy, wild atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? A lot of talent.
Long bus rides, man. Long ass bus rides. Flights too, but some long ass bus rides. Trust me, like, stupid shit in the mountains, crazy shit.
So in like the hometown of y'all team, are y'all treated like? Do you feel y'all was treated like a celebrity type shit? Did you get a celebrity type feel over there?
For the most part, yeah. For most of the cities that I was in, more in some places more than others, of course. But yeah, I mean, in the Middle East, it was a little different because, like I said, it was just men. So I didn't want no bunch of niggas.
I feel I would.
It's a little weird, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just weird. Just niggas like, niggas just all up on me. But other places when they don't put people at harm for doing weird stuff, it was cool, for sure.
I know that's tough. You most definitely got to adjust to the laws. You're not in America. You don't want to end up in no situation where they keeping you over there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel that. So you went to China too as well, right?
Yep, I was in China. That was China for 3.5 years before I ended, before I stopped.
Okay, that was your last pro stop?
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about China and
China
was that a big difference from like the other country, the Middle East and Nigeria?
Oh yeah, China. I mean, you can get anything in China. China lit. You got the African village. You can go get your hair braided, do all this. You got the clothing district. You got the garment district. You got the designer stores. You got China lit. It's an app where you could pay for everything, get taxis, translate, call WeChat. Like China was amazing, though. That was my favorite place. I ain't gonna lie. I damn near was never gonna leave that bitch. Niggas lucky though. Lucky I had some shit to take care of here. Niggas would have never seen me. I was gonna say China was fun, dog.
That's real. So do you feel like you'll always stay in America? Do you see yourself leaving back out the country since you done experienced the world?
I mean, I'm cheap, bro. Like I ain't about to go spend, them flights ain't nothing. Like I was blessed to see the world for nothing.
For free.
You know what I'm saying? Like even being over there, like say I went to like Bali or something when I was in China, like them flights is like going to fucking Florida. You know what I'm saying? Like less than that. So I got to see like exotic places for nothing. Like it was, that shit was the best. If I didn't have the situation and didn't have to come back home do the family stuff, hell yeah, I would stay there. I ain't got no kids. I ain't no kids. I'm straight. But I had family. You can't just leave everybody. Shit.
Facts. No, I know how that is. But China, that's the and I know they big on basketball over there, and that the game most definitely trying to spread. It's spreading heavy over there. So
China, I was coach. I'd coach. I go do a dunk contest. I do a premiere. I've been in commercials. They're just because you black, you know what I'm saying? Like you ain't there tall, you all type of shit. Just actually get to all do it. They gonna cash you on the spot, like no bullshit. Like that niggas got more. I ain't never seen so much money. China got so much money, dog.
Yeah, that's
niggas here got money too. Don't get me wrong, but that shit, they throwing that shit at you ask anybody who lived in China for a minute. I guarantee that's probably some of the most paper they ever got, unless they playing NBA or something else.
I feel that, but that's sort of.
And they treat you like a king. Been in every car imaginable.
That's what I was gonna ask you too. Just as a black man and you in China, how you feel like you was treated? You know what I'm saying? And just any other place. You're not just a black man. You American too.
Hey, they treat you the best.
Yeah. So
they're very welcoming. Even you can go to the village people, to Hong Kong, to people in Shanghai, Beijing. And if they fuck with you, they fuck with you. Very welcoming people, very nice. I have nothing bad to say about anybody. They showed me love, introduced me to so much shit. Like, forever grateful.
So hitting the country, do you feel like race, and America, we getting better, but you feel like race is more of an American thing? We look more at, just because our history and stuff, but do you feel like it's more of a race thing here than in other countries, like just the topic wise too, like
them niggas love us though. Like they love hip hop, they love the style. We love that, you know what I'm saying? Like it ain't really no hate over it. If it's hate, it's just like maybe dude girl like you or something like that, and he saw you gonna get that, but that's anywhere. But like as far as the code, like I feel like Asians and blacks rock. You know what I'm saying? Like they fuck with us, we fuck with them. Like. They love the culture from the dance. You see how they mimic everything. They can mimic anything. They can make anything too. Like it's like them niggas. It's cool. It's definitely more American though. I think we mean as hell. Americans, we be doing some.
Thanks. We in a cold world over here, and it's like you can realize get stepped on, even with each other. You know what I'm saying? Like not just black people, whoever, all races. You know what I'm saying?
No, for sure. No, I ain't seen we as a human race.
Yeah, as a human race here, especially here over here. So that's good that you say that though, because encouragement for the youth coming up and maybe want to go overseas and see that light, because the NBA. At the end of the day, it's only 450 spots. You could be good enough, but that opportunity might not have been there for you. You was good enough, but they needed a center and you a point guard.
Facts.
Situation like that. So, you know what I'm saying? It's good that you putting that out there and encourage people to,
for sure,
maybe take their basketball journey somewhere else.
You gotta take risks, man. You never know. Calculated risks, but when you know it's some paper behind it, try it. Why not?
Most definitely. So, all right, you ended your career up in China. How was that? And is it something that you like that? Are you done with? Is it something that you want to attack again?
No, I mean, I'm done. I'm done. I came back. I was running the group home, and transitioned to another role now. But it's just it's over. It's over. I had my run. 36, about to be 37. I had a good run. I did 8.5 years straight, no breaks. So I'm pleased with that. Especially when nigga had no expectations from the jump. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, ain't no one know me from the jump. I just chase the dream.
And 8.5 years of being a pro, that is amazing.
That was fun.
For real.
I had a good run, man.
Hell yeah. So real quick, before we get you out of here, what's your opinion on the Milwaukee scene today? Are you in tune with anything with the high schools?
Oh yeah, no, I'm aware.
The Milwaukee scene, I feel like it done blew up way bigger than I always felt like we had the talent, but it's the talent just as good. Don't get me wrong, but it's most definitely
they're on the radar more.
Yeah, we on the radar more.
Internet and all that stuff. No, they're doing a great job with the kids. You know what I'm saying, and keeping them active. I wish it was more unity amongst the older folks, you know what I'm saying, what was going on, you know what I'm saying. I don't know everything. I can only go from what I see or what I don't know, internet stuff, because I don't coach or nothing like that, you know what I'm saying. But I just think, even coming from our years, if niggas would have just came together and tried to, do something big instead of, smaller stuff all around, I think it could have had a bigger impact, you know what I'm saying. I wouldn't blessed with the M's, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't wish, you know what I'm saying? Because I definitely would have tried to open up something, a gym or something. That always was a goal, Even still is, it's still stuff, brainstorming, trying to work on stuff for the future. But that was always a thing. I wish we could just have something for the community again, you know what I'm saying? Like the King Center, like how the old PAL Center on Burleigh, you know what I'm saying? Where the midnight leagues. I mean, I'm sure there's stuff still like that going on. I don't know about all that anymore, but. They're doing a good job though. The kids are definitely developing better. They're getting on the map quicker, earlier. You know what I'm saying, with these camps at all ages, top 100 camps for middle school. This shit crazy. I seen one of my homie sons class of 2033.
That's crazy.
What is that? That's crazy. But that's cool though.
How do you feel on the kid ranking, especially in middle school? And I know for me that's sort of touchy because you can be good up in middle school, but then, hey, you only grow to 5'11". You know what I'm saying? I ain't knocking you, but then your ranking drops. So, I
think...
where do you feel like that should start, at least?
I mean, it's always kind of been there, because, it's always... There's niggas here to this day that I'd be like, man, I was cold. Nobody gets talking about that shit, but... no, it's cool to get the kids something to strive for, you know what I'm saying? Make them competitive, you know what I'm saying? They get to see different things, see the best of their age group, and see what they up against a little earlier. So that's I think it's a good thing. I don't think it's a bad thing at all. The bad thing is the parents that use those stuff for the wrong things. You know what I'm saying? You can't force them. You know what I'm saying? Some kids just ain't got it in them. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to wait. I was a late bloomer. I wasn't getting trophies and doing shit in fucking elementary and middle school. I was hooping and shit, you feel me? But I wasn't cold. I wasn't putting 30. I probably didn't score 30 until fucking high school. Maybe middle. Probably high school. You know what I'm saying? For real. Probably
that's real.
Freshman. You know what I'm saying? That type of stuff. So all that's great though. It's not. I'm not against it, but it because my story, I was a late bloomer, so my shit didn't pop off to high school after high school really, but. it's cool. Give them something to strive for, man, and it, like you create memories. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Stuff that you can look back on, and so yeah, it's good.
Facts. Good, man. Well, hey, I appreciate you coming in.
For sure, bro.
Real quick before you leave, you want to give any shout outs, anything like you want to give to the people that you was doing right now?
Just shout out to everybody who doing something positive in the city, man. Shout out to Milwaukee, man. Only up from here, man.
Yeah. Hell yeah, man. I appreciate you, man. We got Fred Woods in the building, man. Appreciate talking to you. This is Johnny BTV, man. We gonna give it y'all love.